This week in the low country of South Carolina, we're exploring the history, the artistry, and the legacy of the shooting sports. This week on God, Guns, and American Freedom, we're at the Southern Side-by-Side Fall Classic at Backwoods Quail Club in Georgetown, South Carolina. Bill, tell us about this event.
Well, this is a great event that lasts 3 days. It's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday event. That on Friday and Saturday we celebrate double shotguns by having some fun competitions with small gauge, all the way from 410 to 32 gauge to 28 gauge to 20 gauge, 16 gauge, 12 gauge, and all the way to 10 gauge. And we'll do that today and tomorrow. Plus, we have the American Team Challenge, where American-made shotguns, people can bring out their Parkers or their L.C. Smiths or their Lefevres or their Foxes, and they can actually go out and compete on a 5-stand and qualify for a team for a shoot-off. And then on Sunday, we'll have the Atkin Grant and Lang Rip-On Cup final event, the main event. And that is just a great time for everybody to get together and shoot a nice course of sporting clays, enjoy some food, and enjoy some fellowship, and look at all the fine items that the exhibitors have brought to bear here.
Good stuff, Bill. It's the Southern Side-by-Side Fall Classic at Backwoods Quail Club on God, Guns, and American Freedom. Stay tuned. Earlier today, we spent some time with Bill Kempfer, organizer of the Southern Side-by-Side Fall Classic.
We just held the 10th edition of the Southern Side-by-Side Spring Classic at Deep River this past April. And how it got started really was there was a group of folks called the Vintagers, which were basically traditionalists trying to enjoy the tradition of the Edwardian era of shooting, and they had started an event called the World Side-by-Side Championship, better known as the Vintage Cup. And at the time that it started, a friend of mine from England, Chris Botha, another instructor, he and I were having a chat, and he says, you know, somebody ought to do something like that in the South. People in the South really appreciate traditional things. They really appreciate tradition, from everything from family to firearms to just any outdoor activity. And so we kicked it around, and at that time he was working with Atkin Grant and Lang, and so Ken Duglin and I got together and chatted. I visited him in England, and we came up with the idea and just started gaining some sponsorship and getting some vendors excited about coming. And the first one we held, we had one tent that was about 65 feet long and 11 exhibitors, and not that many shooters. But this last year we had 64 exhibitors. We had over 1,700 people through the gate over 3 days, and there was over 1,000 entries. So it's been a great success. It's more like a big family reunion as opposed to a competition, though. It's a fun event, and it's really great seeing all these folks every year.
We're here with Elizabeth Lanier from Richmond, Virginia. Elizabeth, let's talk a little bit about the Southern Side-by-Side. How long have you been shooting side-by-sides?
About 1.5 years.
And why side-by-sides instead of traditional, modern?
Well, I shoot over and unders as well, but a friend of mine told me if I tried side-by-sides, I would fall in love with them, and it's just so much fun because everybody's got a something a little bit different that they're coming to the table with. So,
What makes this event special? I mean, you're enjoying this event obviously today.
I'm having a great time. The targets are terrific. The people, it's the shooters. And this sport and the people who shoot side-by-sides truly love the guns and honor the traditions of the side-by-side.
So you're having a good time down here at Backwoods?
I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. This is one of the few events in the entire country that has simply side-by-side shotguns. Not over and unders, not rifles, not pistols, just side-by-side shotguns. So we basically have to be here because it's a great event.
We do need some more girls out here. I mean, I've seen a few girls, but not as many as there should be. So
Good stuff. Are you having a good time today?
yes, I'm loving it down here. It's a lot of fun.
You having a good time?
Oh, having a ball.
Our 11th edition of the Southern Side-by-Side Spring Classic will be in 2010, and the dates are April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. It's a great way to celebrate the tradition of shooting doubles. Although all the shooting will be done with side-by-side shotguns, there will be a lot of different things to see there. If you go to our website, www.deepriver.net, and on the black toolbar, put your cursor over Southern Side-by-Side and go to the Spring Classic menu, and all the information you need is right there.